Hello guys, RCG here and welcome back to the command challenge. This is episode 2 or challenge number 2, but first let's start off with the answer to the previous question and some disclaimers here because I forgot to add some information last time. So to start off with, last time I forgot to tell you that you couldn't use daylight sensors, which some people got confused by. Actually you can't use any form of redstone unless given. So I'll link my website in the description. There is a full description of what you can and what you can't use. And basically some information and a list of all the challenges up till now. So yeah, that's basically all I've got to tell you. Also, to be clear about the commands you can use from your chat, those will be commands you only need to execute once just to set something up. Like scoreboards, of course, you don't need to use a command block if you want to set up a scoreboard objective. Just make sure that you don't pass the limit on scoreboard objectives that I gave you in the episode. So for this first, for the answer to the last one, let's quickly start off. So what we needed to do is we needed to become a werewolf. Basically, that gives you strength once you, once the moon is up. So as you see, I think the sun is, rather well up now. Is it still going? Yes, it is. Okay, it's still going up. So let's find ourselves this spot here and start off with this. So first what we want to do is we want, of course, to get the time in a scoreboard objective. So how are we going to do that? Well, there's this command and not many people know about it. And by the way, you could also, you can only use the repeating command block and a chain command block, nothing more. So the trick here is there's a command, time query, and then the daytime. Not day, daytime. Let's put it to always active. And then you see it, if I click on it multiple times and you see that this number increases, it's basically the time that the day is going for. And it goes from 0 to 24,000. That's one of those things you just need to know. So basically what I can do now is I can use a stats command. But first I need to, of course, set up a scoreboard objective. So scoreboard objectives, add time query dummy. There you go. And then what I do, I stand on top, and this is where the only one use thing comes in, because the stats command only needs to be activated once, not multiple times. So stats, and then entity or block. So block, I'll do the block underneath, which is the repeating command block here. So I'll basically get the statistics that this block is outputting, and we want to set the query result. So it's querying something, which is the time. And we want to get the result of that, which is, of course, the time in ticks. And we want to result that into everybody's scoreboard objective of time query. Enter, done. So if we now put scoreboard objectives, display sidebar, time query, you see that nothing happens. Of course, what you need to do is do another chat command, scoreboard objectives, players, set RCG productions or at A, whatever you fancy. Time query to 0. And then you see that it starts ticking, which is rather cool. So this is basically the time. And now we can experiment a little bit. So time set, for example, 13,000. What does that do with the moon? Well, the moon is just up. So I think that's a good number to use. And of course, when you put it to 23,000, you can see that the moon is going down. So those numbers we will be using. So we will do an effect command, which is of course really easy. At every player with a score of time query minimum equals 13,000 and a maximum of, not with an A, of 23,000. There you go. We'll give them the effect strength for, and we'll just give them a effect for a second here. The only thing you need to, or for a strength 2 here, what you need to notice that the duration here, this is just 1, because you want the effect to go away when the player is not here anymore. So if you give him an effect of this will basically give me the infinite effect, that I have the effect infinitely until I die. That's not what you want, because then you need to take it away later on. If you do it like this, it keeps refreshing itself. So now, of course, the time has passed and it doesn't work anymore. But now if I set the time back to 13,000, you see that I've got a strength effect. And when I put it back to like 23,000, you see that it goes away. Awesome. So that basically sums up the solution to this quest here. This quest is this challenge, let's hop on to the next challenge. The next task is a little simpler than the last one, of course, because, yeah, many people struggled, but some people got it. That's actually really good. So this challenge is, as I said, a little easier. What I need you to do is I need you to open this trapdoor when an item is on top of it. It does not need to close, it only needs to open. That's a little hint I'll give. And another hint, this. It's a little hint. You don't know really what to do with it, but once you get really close, it will probably make sense. So yeah, there's a trapdoor right there. There's a door, you want to go through it, you want to throw an item on top of the trapdoor. And you want the trapdoor to open, letting the player through. That's basically all for this challenge. The requirements: no scored objectives, no redstone except of course the iron trapdoor, 1 repeat command block, no other command blocks, and of course you'll get this little hint. But that's all you'll get. Try and figure this one out for the next time. Anyways, this is me signing out. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye!